Can you let her in and take minutes if she jumps in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are live now. Just give me a minute. I'm going to record. And share the agenda.
I will call the meeting to order at 8:06 a.m.
Just give me a minute to.
We're not live yet?
Well, we are live, but I
Yeah.
just need to pull the agenda up. So just give me a sec.
I'll still say 8:06.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I'll read the land acknowledgement. We respectfully acknowledge that the Township of Cowan-Monaghan is located on Treaty 20 Michisagi territory in the traditional territory of the Michisagi Anishinaabe. We offer gratitude to First Nations for their care for and teachings about these lands. May we honor these teachings. Just waiting for the agenda to appear on screen, and then I'll ask for a motion to approve the agenda. I'm going to be adding one item to the marketing section of our agenda.
So if you could just give me 1
I
minute.
will.
Yeah, thank you.
You're not doing anything.
Just thought we shouldn't have dead air. We can talk about the weather.
It was cold last night. I picked Lily Valley. I had a bouquet in my car.
Yeah,
I get your release.
No, my front and backyard have tons of Lily the Valley. It's intoxicating walking out my front door.
Beautiful.
And shortly the lilacs this week, hopefully.
I don't know, sir. I might show up by the weekend, I hope.
I've got some at home. I got married yesterday was my anniversary, and we got married.
Congratulations.
Yes.
26 years I made it.
Good job. Okay.
I question every year.
Okay. So
Well,
the
you time for lunch
agenda.
then?
hey, the agenda's here. Okay. So I would like to add, as I mentioned, a discussion about a proposal from Grapevine Magazine to our marketing section, which would make it 10.2.3. So that would be Grapevine Magazine proposal.
So just a question, Kathy, is this a budget item that you're increasing the budget
For
for the package, for the media kit? Or are you just going to defer it to the marketing?
Discussion, I'm just throwing it out there for discussion. I'm not increasing the budget to do it at this point.
Okay, so procedurally, you would be in violation because we haven't added it to the agenda. If you're just going to discuss it, add it to the marketing section.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
And defer it to the marketing committee for discussion, that should be fine. But if you make a budgetary decision, then you need to call a special meeting.
Well, if it comes out of our marketing committee, our marketing budget.
So you can just defer it to the marketing committee, but you do have to have this in by tomorrow, I did notice, so just.
We're gonna have a discussion, and we'll take it up at that point in time.
So I'm just advising
Yeah.
you procedurally how to do it. If you choose to do it alternately, that's your choice.
I'm adding a discussion, I'm not addressing the budget. If when we get to the discussion point, that it's an expenditure, then we can defer it to the marketing committee, which would have to happen immediately. You can, but.
Yeah, if it's an additional to the budget you've already had approved, you need to publicize, you need to call a special meeting and publicize the agenda. That's procedurally what you're required to do.
Well, why don't we just see what happens when we get there?
To the discussion,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just advising you procedurally how you should handle it.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right. May I have a motion to approve the agenda with the addition of 10.2.3?
I'm happy with it.
Thank you.
I can second.
All in favor? Moving forward, does anyone have a pecuniary interest in the topics of today's?
Not
Agenda?
that's off.
Is there any closed session? No. Delegations? No. Minutes of the meeting held. Oh, gee, it says March, April 9. No, it says March, April 9, 2026, but it means April 9. Has everyone reviewed the minutes?
Oh, good. Happy to approve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan, so motion, seconder,
I'll
Justin?
second it.
Thank you. Moving on, treasury report. So it's all laid out on screen. If we can move back up to the agenda portion. That would be up above, not
Is
that.
this not your budget? Like your
No,
treasury?
the treasury report where it shows the bank activity.
Okay.
It's
Right
on
there.
item
Okay.
9.1 on the
Yeah.
agenda.
Yeah.
Okay. So there it is, everyone. Do you want me to go into detail or is that all clear as mud?
It's all good.
Oh, there's Sarah.
Okay. We have Sarah take over the minutes.
Sure can.
I'll finish.
I'm happy to continue, Sarah, if that makes your life easier.
It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, Bridget.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Give you a morning off.
Thanks.
But we want you to stay.
Appreciate it. I'm staying.
Okay. So we just have the treasury report on screen. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions? It's the
No.
bank. Okay. In that case, we'll move forward to 9.1.2, which was the reports from finance for review. I don't know how we want to handle this. I would rather people ask questions and we attempt to answer.
But what we typically do, is fine, but when we do kind of these quarterly or semi-annually budget reviews with the township, typically the treasurer will crunch this down to something meaningful. Like rather than us looking at a ledger, it'll be, is there a discrepancy somewhere that we should pay attention to? Is it all cool? If it's all cool, we'll move on.
Yeah.
Like it's not a matter of crawling line by line through it. Is there
I
anything here we
understand.
need to be aware of?
Our handicap here is that our treasurer, this is last year, and our treasurer last year isn't with us anymore. And Sarah and I are just trying to fill in for the absence of a true treasurer. And so we don't truly understand it. So we can attempt to, and I can't explain the breakdowns of everything here. I can give you a synopsis and say we went over budget on Fall Festival, but we knew we were doing that and we were okay with it because we didn't spend money in other areas, primarily marketing. We had a large marketing budget last year and we didn't have a marketing committee, therefore we didn't spend the marketing budget. And so at the end of the day, at the end of the year, last year, we didn't spend what we budgeted to spend. That's my synopsis of what happened.
So the big question on this one is, but we had planned to pull 14,590,000 out of reserves to cover the extra costs. Can we see what we actually pulled out? Like what we have to cover? Can you scroll down? No, it's not very
It
easy to
doesn't-
see, yeah,
This isn't gonna show us that.
it should, like, that's what it's supposed to do,
Can you?
Is it under
explain
your fall
where it would
festival?
appear?
that's what I'm looking,
Is it under your?
I think,
go back up just a touch.
Yeah.
The year-to-date actuals, the second column in. Yeah. That one's,
one of
see
the,
where it says transfer to BIA surplus deficit, 2020, the 4920,
that's our,
a
that's
budget
what-
amount,
right,
but your actual, there's zero there. How'd that happen? We didn't pull anything out of reserve?
honestly, I don't understand that. I don't understand how that works.
Interesting.
I'd have to have a sit down, Sarah and I would have to have a sit down with finance to truly understand that. There's a few things I don't understand. If we go down to Christmas in the Village, for instance.
Mhm.
Okay, so
So,
see where it says other revenue, $600? So normally, the other revenue, that would be expectation for vendor revenue. That would appear with brackets, meaning that it would be an expense as opposed, or sorry, revenue as opposed to an expense.
Right.
And in this case, it looks like our total budget was 36 at the bottom, 3,600. Because they actually added the 600 to the budget as opposed to,
and taking it away. You scroll back up for a second, what are we looking at? Is this just 2025?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it seems to be.
Yeah, so this
Yeah.
isn't 2024, this is just 2025.
and then,
Okay,
I think that might have been a data entry issue, but in the end, Christmas in the Village was, we didn't go over budget, doesn't matter.
Was there any income?
well,
Like,
we didn't,
no,
sorry, but this is 2025, Christmas in
Yeah.
the Village 2025 hasn't happened.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, this is 2026,
Oh, this is last year's,
Yeah,
2025.
So we
Yeah.
had some, there
gotcha.
Yeah.
was some vendors, but was there no revenue from those vendors? Like, I don't know
no,
where that.
there was no revenue
Okay.
from vendors.
That's fine, I just didn't know if there was.
Right, but
Is there a donation of some sort?
no.
Okay.
No, when we did our budget, we thought we would have $600 in revenue. This when we did it in 2024. And we had no revenue, but, anyway, it's, the other thing I don't understand
Mhm.
is, so this is for 2025 for the period ending
Yeah.
December 31st, and we have an actual to date, and then we have an actual year to date. And to me, those numbers should be the same. And they're not. And it's just the way the system produces the report. And to your point, Ryan, you know, a treasurer would boil this down so that it would be easier to read.
Yeah, I
But
don't, I think you're right, like, this isn't really,
Is this a quarter?
Yeah, but
Today,
I don't know.
is that a quarter?
I don't know.
And then this is your
I
year to date.
choose to ignore the actual to date and look at the actual year to date.
yeah,
which makes sense.
And that makes sense.
Because it's
Yeah.
the end of the year.
Yeah. And, you know, the bottom lines all make sense to me as well. But I can't break down, well, where did we?
well, you came $8,000 ahead, just in administrative,
Yeah, because marketing is included there.
well, marketing, there was no seminar,
And we took.
and it looks like
yeah,
contracted services weren't fully utilized.
Because we didn't put up the zigzag trees. So that was $1,500 savings there.
Right, so you came up with $8,400 in savings out of just admin alone.
Yeah, and
Right,
the bulk of that was marketing. We did not spend the marketing
right,
budget.
so it keeps going, yeah. Now that before looking at it. So your Christmas in the Village. Cost, we made $43.
Mhm.
According to this.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, but I think that one's skewed, but I'm satisfied that we did not go over budget. I think that
Yeah.
one's,
Okay,
but,
and ladies' night didn't happen.
Mhm.
right, so there was $500 savings there.
Well, actually,
You've got
18.
expenses,
1,800,
Oh, sorry, yeah,
1850.
1,815.
but that's
right.
not the total, that's the, wasn't it?
Okay, go on.
What's your total expense?
Right.
But there's revenue in there, and then, see, it's
Figure
$500.
out $500.
Yeah,
But you didn't have any revenue because you didn't have any expenses, so you just netted.
but our net budget was $500.
The
That's
net-
what it's saying on the bottom line
Right,
there.
yes. So
Okay.
net budget is $500.
Yeah,
So we didn't cost us
We-
$500.
so we saved $500 on ladies' night, we saved $1,500 on the conference. We didn't have any mileage expenses associated with the conference or anything else, which would have been in the budget. We saved like 4,000 or more on marketing because we didn't spend any money on marketing.
Mhm.
And we didn't put up the zigzag tree, so that was $1,500 that was budgeted.
Keep scrolling down.
Yeah,
So the fall festival cost us $2,500 in the end.
Mhm.
we went over budget by that amount, but we agreed to do it because we knew that we had all these other savings by that time.
Yep. Is that the end? No. So summary. So we're 7,000 in your budget. Wow,
Mhm.
pretty good.
But
we didn't provide a lot of
but-
services either.
But our budget, no, we didn't, and our budget did include taking out of surplus. And that amount doesn't really show up in this report, so that was under budget, including the amount that we were drawing from surplus. Okay,
Okay, that makes sense. So what's this?
And
This
it's
is our
This
actual
is
year.
first quarter
yeah,
this year, the looks of it.
So this time we should have been nailed with contracting services, right? Because of your website and audit came in.
well, the audit,
Or did
this,
the audit get referred back?
this is another thing I'm confused about, quite honestly. So the audit, should come out of 2025 is what I'm understanding,
Should-
but I don't know that it's on that previous report. But my understanding is that it gets backdated to that previous report.
Accrued.
But I don't, there's no breakdown here, and
I think you can ask for transaction detail.
I believe I can.
So your contracted services 4,000.
Mhm.
So that would have been the storage, the website and audit, right?
Mhm.
No, that wouldn't cover them all.
Your audit's what, 25?
Oh, actual 4,038,
1,500. How much is your storage?
1,200.
1,200. And then there were a few other things, small things.
But it should be, that looks like it's there to me.
Your year to date, like you should be, if your audits. I don't know if your audit's 2,500 or 2,000.
It was like 22.
Is
It's
it?
on the,
Okay.
it's on, the actual amounts are on the, minutes of our last meeting, because we only approved those last meeting.
Make it 40.
1940 for the, audit. And 1767 for the unchanged for the business directory.
Mhm. And then your 1,200 for your storage.
Right. Those are the three majors, but there's.
So
But then
that's
we would
about
have,
4,900 and
So that
you,
doesn't match up with the
No.
1,000.
so there's something that's to get
Yes.
charged.
Yeah,
yeah,
so scroll down to 2026. Did the business director get added to the here?
To 2026, no, because the business director, you won't be charged for that anymore because it's only one
It's only
director.
one. Okay,
Yeah, so it'll fall under.
So contract service is 12. Did we pay for is that strictly the storage?
Probably. It's 1,276.
yes, and that, we actually paid that we authorized that in November of last year because our contract comes up for renewal in November. And we issued the check and then we didn't turn it over until January because to make that applicable to 2026. So that's for this year.
Okay, so that's. this year.
Yeah,
Okay,
and maybe that explains what went on in 2025. Maybe
you got captured in 2024.
yeah,
So what's
because we get billed.
what's your math less the storage? Account for the audit and the,
That might make sense.
3,700.
yeah, with some
Yeah,
odds
but
and ends,
then
it's
there's a
probably-
few other things in there, like the Zoom account. And the
Odds and ends.
uh,
So your audit probably for 2025 hasn't,
Hasn't come through yet.
no, because you just wrapped it up, right?
Right.
So I dare say it probably.
so
hasn't been
the
charged yet.
2025 report is apt to change again. Is that what you're saying? It's not
just-
captured in,
Well,
It depends on when they actually.
they actually apply it. So this is
Yeah.
your first quarter, maybe it'll be captured in your second quarter.
well, my understanding is that when the check is issued, it gets captured in the report.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think it's been issued yet.
Yeah, it hasn't been issued.
I don't think it's been charged yet.
It
'Cause I don't
if it
know.
hasn't translated to the report. I don't know either,
Yeah.
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 But anyway,
Yeah,
it looks like
but
it's
that-
okay. I
But
think-
that makes sense if the 2024, sorry, if the shed
Mhm.
for 2025 was captured in 2024
Yes,
and the 2025 check, they correctly put on to, that was very specifically understood by me, is that it would be captured for 2026. So that what is the amount for, we're in, yeah, the first quarter here, 2012, that's probably it right there. That's just our shed,
that's just the shed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a budget of 6,400, which would have included the business directory, which we're not going to have now. There are a bunch of minor things in there, like the Zoom account, the Nexicom,
Mhm.
email hosting, the,
So you're probably close to the 4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a big thing to fret about.
I think the only thing you're missing is the audit.
That's okay, because there's $6,400 sitting there, so.
so looking at marketing, we reduced the budget from, it was nearly 7,000 in 2025 down to 3,500.
Mhm.
And we have spent 478.27, which I think would have been the ad in the Millbrook Times ×2, one for the chocolate event and the other for the
Easter.
Peace.
yeah.
Yeah. You still have $3,000 left in marketing.
And the breakfast expense, where it says breakfast expense, that's our social.
That's okay.
we spent money on the social at, Mill Valley. And because the breakfasts don't seem to make sense for us anymore. So we had $95 left there. And then, so do we want to look at the other items? We don't have a line yet, for, or do we? The Easter event, is it appearing on there?
Doesn't appear to.
No.
There was a GL assigned to it. But it doesn't appear to be on this report, so, oh, I know why, because this only takes us to the end of March.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the Easter event was in April. So Easter's not captured here.
Except, well, I don't know if it makes a difference just because it shows the car show, it shows Christmas in the Village, those things haven't happened yet.
But they were in
They
the
were
system.
previous years, so they were already in the system.
They're already in the system.
Yeah,
They won't show in the system until it's created. So,
Okay, so keep it scrolling for a second. So we have Ladies' Nights 2,000, Christmas in the Village 5,900. And the Fall Festival is 10,000, is that right? 10,000. Yeah. Okay.
and we will have a GL.
For Easter.
In our next quarterly report, Easter should show there.
But
We don't have,
reporting.
even though we don't have a budget for it, but there's a GL, so it'll just sign. We
Yep.
didn't create a budget for it, but it'll show that we had expenses.
But we kind of did create a budget for it, so we set aside money for it specifically, but
are you gonna go
it'll
back
show up
to
next.
the agenda?
Yep.
Okay, do we need a motion to receive?
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
that point, before we go on to the.
Well, she hasn't done the check recs yet. Yeah, so you've just done
We'll do
that.
those separate, but can we have a motion to accept reports? The bank activity report 9.1.1 and the budget review 9.1.2.
Yeah, happy to move. To
Ryan
receive.
and,
My turn, okay,
okay, and Pam,
sure.
all in favor to receive? All right, so now the check rec, there's 3 check recs there. The first 2 are decorating committee. The third one will go against our marketing budget. This was called for at a meeting of the marketing committee to reserve the Lions sign for all 4 of our upcoming events, which would be Girls' Night Out, It's Your Spook Con, Fall Festival, Christmas in the Village.
Okay.
And so it's so reserved, and just to make it simple for us, we'll pay in advance so that we don't have to fiddle with this later.
Mover, seconder.
Happy to move them.
I'll second.
In? Okay, so moving on to general business, decorating committee.
Well, summer planters should be set up by June 3rd.
Okay,
That's the scheduled date. Hopefully, we're done with the frost warnings and we can get them in there.
all right. I know it's not the decorating committee, it's the township, but there was some discussion about whether the hanging baskets would go up again this year.
Yeah, they always go up.
They will be going up, okay.
They may be just holding off until all the frost.
Yeah, yeah,
I can
And
check with Chris.
Yeah, the decorating committee, I think we're concerned about being watered every day as opposed to every other day. Last year it was such a hot summer and
It's gonna depend on the weather, right?
yeah. Okay, marketing committee update. So on Tuesday, April 4th, we had a very well-attended meeting at Moody's. And it was outside, it was a warm day, which is good because there were too many of us to sit inside. And
The date doesn't look right to me. Am I wrong? Tuesday was
I can't hear what you're
I'm
saying.
just, sorry, the date doesn't look right.
The
to me.
date isn't right?
Is it?
Was it really that warm on April
Easter,
4th?
Tuesday, April 4th, Tuesday wasn't April 4th.
Yeah, okay, so maybe it's the 24th. Maybe there's a digit.
I was gonna say, it seemed awfully warm to be April 4th.
It was an unusually warm day. Must have been April 24th.
Nope, that was a Friday and it wasn't, it was on a Tuesday.
It was before Easter, wasn't it?
No,
It had to be
no,
after.
there was one in April too.
I think it had to be
You would
after
agree.
our last meeting.
Yeah, checking.
Looking too, but we were all there.
Yeah, I'm looking in my calendar to see. We had a March 24th meeting. But we're talking about the April meeting, aren't we?
Mhm. Okay, I know how to find out.
BIA marketing meeting, April 14th,
Okay,
4 to 6 PM.
there should be a 1 in front of that 4.
We all missed that. Oh, well.
We have a problem with dates sometimes.
Oh, well, we got it.
Okay, so we established that Fall Festival, Lance is going to take the lead on that. Now, I understand that we have to have somebody on the board to report to the board, and that'll be me for the time being. And we can talk about that when we get down to the
Events.
the event section. We also had our, sorry, what's her name? Julia Howcroft from Moving Media speak to us as a marketing committee. And it was thereby decided that Justin would meet with her separately, and I think Lance appeared at that meeting as well.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, does anybody have anything to add about the, there was a lot of general discussion, but I don't think we arrived on anything that's worth mentioning right now, but at that meeting, other than Lance is taking the helm for the Fall Festival, and it looks like we're moving forward with Moving Media, but Justin's gonna report on that separately here. Anything else we want to talk about at the meeting held on April 14th? We were all there.
There's online confusion about where we discussed parking downtown, but.
Yeah, but
That's not.
that's not a marketing, well, maybe it is. Anyway,
The old fire hall.
Mhm.
yeah,
There.
yeah. But in terms of marketing.
We did not, can I confirm, we did not discuss up at the new arena for people who want to go downtown? Like, didn't miss a discussion?
I don't
No,
think so.
because somebody who was at that meeting posted that online, and I was like, no, we didn't. I just want to confirm, you didn't hear anything about, nobody heard anything about parking at the new arena for people who,
The CMCC.
yeah.
Oh, I think it was discussed as an option. I think it was that people felt they could walk or
Yeah.
shuttle. I think there was a discussion about parking at the new arena.
Okay,
That is public parking.
It
and-
absolutely is.
Yeah.
It just, I don't recall there, it was a little bit hard to hear at times.
Yeah.
Outdoors there,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
parking at the arena to shop downtown doesn't make a lot of sense, because if anybody's carrying anything, they don't want to carry
I
it.
thought it was the old school.
The fire.
I think you kind of talked about both, but I think
Yeah.
that, I think it was just, there was conversation about it was walkable to go park at the arena,
Absolutely.
at the CNCC.
And I think we talked about that specifically for the sake of events. When the public is coming in to attend an event,
Mhm.
we can tell them.
I think you
That-
also kind of floated the idea of a shuttle. But it was just mentioned, not decided.
Yeah,
And then there's parking at the old fire hall, that was discussed,
Yeah.
the parking.
The less old fire,
Hmm?
the less old fire.
Yeah,
Not the ancient fire.
Yeah.
Not the historical fire hall.
Right.
but-
The less
Right.
old fire.
yeah,
the primary purpose of the meeting was to find leaders for the events.
Yep.
And we got one, and we already had the leaders for ladies' night. So there's 2 other events that we have to cover off with coordinators, but that'll come.
Which
And-
events are
and
still looking?
to discuss the moving media proposal. So let's move on to 10.2.2.
All right. So I spoke with Julia, and I think one of the important things to realize was that if we provide our own artwork, it's a bit cheaper. So there's 3 different packages. I think the playlist makes the most sense. And the Ultra is at 1969, but if we provided our own artwork, it's 1859. Also, if we prepay,
Like $100 less.
yeah, $110 less, which is pretty good. That's substantial. And then the medium playlist, which I think might be the best option for us. You get 2,470 plays, and that's $12.39 if we provide our own art. One of the caveats is that it also plays overnight, so you have to consider that you might be losing some of those.
Like a
Eyeballs.
724.
Yeah. So, but with the playlist, you can get on some of the, like in the Parkway, which is a high traffic area. Then I heard anecdotally, because the Parkway, is pretty busy. You still see the ad every once in a while, but it might not play as frequent in other locations. And it's $30 for a report, if we wanna see by the end.
A report.
Yeah, I don't know what the report would show, if it tells you exactly what time, where. But that would be, I think, nice to see that data.
You do want to be able to measure.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
In some way.
Well, you want to know the data.
Yeah.
But the report will tell you.
So. That's like the crux of it. There is like, you can do just strictly the Parkway location, but that's booked up this year. And if we wanted to do like a single ad for Girls Night Out and then a single ad for Fall Festival,
Mhm.
you can do it on the first loop and then they'll play it on the second loop. I was also thinking we could probably just,
What's that mean?
so you'll have like in the playlist, it'll play the first ad, and then the second time around, we can provide a second ad, and it'll play that one. So it'll flip flop between,
Oh, so it'll
2 pieces of media.
alternate between.
yeah. So that's about good. And that's something I could do, is put together the advertisement for that.
You mean you'd create the content
Yeah, I-
for the, yeah,
Yeah, I would create the content, and then we talked about just keeping it simple because it's only 10 seconds. Not too much information. There's no like flashy media, so people don't get distracted while driving.
And how much are those loops? Sorry.
So for the medium playlist, you get 2,470 plus, so you might get a little bit extra, but you're guaranteed 2,470. And then if we did the light package, it's 1,235 plus. So you might get some extra. So I'm hoping the report, if we did the report, we could see how many extra plays we get. And it's all sporadic throughout their locations. So it's not like it plays all at the same time.
Mhm.
Does anybody have any questions?
Did they give you a written proposal or is this just a verbal?
This was mainly verbal. Yeah, I did get like a document for the specs of how to put the ad together.
Mhm.
But other than that, I think Julia also did send an email.
What's the time frame of the loop? Like, is it, you get 2,400 impressions in?
Oh, 4
like-
weeks.
Like it's 4
4 weeks, but we could buy 4 weeks and then only use a week of that.
At a time,
Uh,
so use one for girls' night
Yeah.
out, one for fall festival, one for
Yeah,
closer to Christmas or something, if you wanted to do that.
which is nice.
Yeah.
And if you prepay, I think that was another benefit. Instead of paying after,
Right.
pay upfront. Might get, I think there's a little bit of savings, but I didn't write that down.
So my question would be, it's not about the money, it's about how best to use the facility. Is it for our events or is it to promote downtown shopping? Or both?
And so I think would be, well, yeah, both would be great, but I think for events, it'd be kind of nice.
I think that's what we've done in the past. And I think for this advertising, that's the best bang for our buck.
Oh, to convince people to come downtown, the events bring, in my experience, are bringing people into town, then people see what is in town.
Exactly.
I mean, just say come to Millbrook doesn't always,
I don't,
Right.
that's not going to, you'd have to have. My feeling was if there was going to be buy-in from individual businesses, then we could say, come shop downtown Millbrook, but here's what we've got, but without being able to say, here's what we've got, what's the point? Just to say
I
downtown Millbrook.
think there's a couple tracks. One being, we do it as BIA for our events. Second being, we facilitate the businesses collectively doing it
Right,
as a
right,
destination.
You want to limit the information that you put on the billboard.
Right.
yeah. So in order to advertise downtown shopping, I think Julia would have to go to the individual businesses and say, are you in? And maybe BIA will subsidize. And that, I think that's a difficult.
Well, I would say BIA helps facilitate, not necessarily subsidize, right? So it says, okay, we'll get, 5 businesses together to split that cost and let them, do it rather than each individual.
So in other
business
words,
do it.
BIA isn't going to put out any money for it, just
No,
to-
to facilitate.
just to facilitate by sending out.
Yeah.
As I did for Grapevine.
Right.
Yeah,
So you can
okay.
say, if you get 6 businesses, it drops to this much per business. So it's,
Sarah, you're quiet. Any thoughts?
Um,
love that.
wait, whoa. No, not particularly. I mean, we signed up for the Grapevine and I think
No,
it's good advertising, so businesses are always able to do it themselves.
Right, so moving media would be the same? As if,
Yeah, I think so. I think the helpful thing from the BIA is to bring it to the attention of businesses because we're not out there looking for this stuff generally, like we're busy. And so when you did what you did for Grapevine, I thought that was incredibly helpful.
yeah,
Here's the price, here's the contact information.
right,
So yeah, I think that's very helpful.
okay. So at this point in time, we could send out an email to all of our businesses. And I don't know what we would be offering. Julia would have to give you, or you'd have to give me the costing,
Oh,
the package.
yeah.
For an individual, and she would have to have X number of businesses. I don't know how that would work, but
it would just,
With events.
yeah, the more businesses the cheaper it gets, the more you distribute the impressions.
So this wouldn't come out of the Millbrook BIA budget?
the events For advertising the events, yes.
Okay, but for like Grapevine. That would be strictly business.
Well, let's keep them separate for right now.
Okay.
We're talking about moving media.
Right.
We're gonna talk about Grapevine in a moment, but for moving media, the suggestion is that we would spend our marketing budget to promote events. That's what,
Well, spend from the marketing budget to
Mhm.
promote it.
Mhm.
Said slightly
Yes.
different.
right,
Don't give her a hard time. Throw it.
right. And maybe what we need to look at is if the marketing committee is in favor of this, we consider that events are part of the marketing. I'd rather divide it myself.
I think if you're talking about advertising, it's probably something to discuss with the marketing committee.
But we're talking about, yes, advertising the businesses, but when we're
No,
talking about the
Advertising
events.
events.
You're advertising events, advertising is marketing. So if you, have you discussed it with your marketing committee? Yes, no?
There has been no marketing committee meeting since the one on April 14th.
Okay, so this hasn't been presented to that committee for discussion.
Right.
Number one, and number two, this is the intent is for it to come out of the existing marketing budget. It's not a new
Right.
expense.
Well, that's what we're discussing. Would it come out? I would say yes, it comes out of our existing marketing budget.
If it's a new item, then you would need a documented proposal that we can put on an agenda for discussion.
Mhm.
Because right now, all you have is just verbal,
And,
right?
like,
Yeah,
Right, so I
yeah.
think from here, we have to have a marketing meeting to decide, do we want to spend this money to advertise our events? Right. Plain and simple. And if the
Mhm.
answer is yes, then we have the budget. Then we come up with whatever we need to do and we decide whether we're gonna advertise the
Mhm.
3 remaining or the 4 remaining events. And then use, as you said, you can split that up by the 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And split it up into a week and a week and a week, how we wanna go about that. So I think those are the details and logistics. We gotta, as a
Okay.
marketing meeting, figure it out.
Right.
And then if there's
But
an
it's a
addition,
good-
Who is the marketing committee?
Well,
So this comes back to my question, because if you have people who are making financial decisions,
Mhm.
should you not have an official list of,
You should, absolutely.
so, and that's what I'm just asking. Is
Yeah,
who
yeah, the
is
marketing meeting isn't everybody in the BIA.
But-
The marketing meeting is a small subset.
So there's my question. Is-
Yes.
Okay,
it's a subcommittee.
we don't have an official marketing committee.
You have to come up
We're
with an official
we're
marketing.
trying to recruit people.
And I think we're doing a
And-
great job. We've had some great attendance.
We do.
Last couple.
But I think for the most part, the people who are attending want to be involved in events, which is even better. But nobody's saying, oh, I want to be on the marketing committee.
Right. But you-
And then at some point, we have to have the splinters. Okay, so now there's separate meetings for
Easter.
Girls' Night out for
Christmas,
Easter,
Girls'
yeah,
night, all those things,
and-
absolutely.
No, sorry, I gotta
But-
stop you there.
yeah,
Like, yes, each of the events will have a committee.
Yeah.
And people running the committee, right? Sitting on top of that, there has to be a small group of people that control the marketing budget. Who are the marketing committee, who say, yes, your event will be qualified for this, your event will qualify for this, give us this
And
information, we'll
I
figure it out.
suggest, based on that, there should be at least one person from each of these major
Oh,
events
absolutely,
on that
absolutely.
committee.
I agree.
So,
Yeah,
as doing the person doing Easter and
Yeah.
fall, or not fall, Halloween. Okay, I will be on the committee. I just don't want to be in charge of it.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
fair.
I think, yeah,
And
Maybe I'm just-
the marketing committee isn't inviting everybody from the BIA to voice an opinion. I'm sorry, right? Like you can't, you have to make decisions. And
Yeah.
You gotta do it with, the focus of, here's the budget, here's the intention,
yeah,
and then go from
but I
there.
think if you're deferring items to the marketing committee for discussion, you need to have a marketing committee.
Absolutely.
well,
And
and
so that's kind of, you gotta get that
so
done.
far, we've struggled to get people to come out to a meeting. Our first marketing committee meeting, I think there were 4 of us.
Well, that's fine.
And that, yeah, that's your subcommittee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you don't need everybody in the BIA, right?
It doesn't need to be a quorum thing.
You need 3 or 4 people who
Yeah.
are going to make the decisions,
But we need to
formalize it.
formalize it, yeah. And we need to set another date, and I'm hoping that Justin is going to rally.
Rally people together.
Yeah, because you're present,
Yeah,
yeah,
we have Girls Night Out Fall Festival coming
Yeah,
up.
we gotta make decisions on how we advertise these things.
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
so if you would like to, hold a meeting at a venue or at my
my house.
office, or it can be anywhere. The difficulty is that the players are only it's hard to get people all in the same place at the same.
Wait,
time.
are we looking at a marketing committee? Only, not a general open meeting.
A marketing committee meeting, yeah.
Okay, so who is the marketing committee? It comes back to my question. Who
We need
is
to
on-
formalize who that is, yes. So every,
Okay, I put my name forward if you're looking for names. Or
One
marketing.
person from each event, essentially.
Yeah.
Why don't we, for the sake of moving forward, count the 4 of us, Sarah, you're welcome to. We'll be marketing, right?
Done.
Present.
Right, and we will, the 4 of us, Sarah, you're welcome if you want to. We'll figure this out, we'll meet the next week or 2. And we'll get this plan in, once we have this meeting, or have this committee kind of set.
Yeah.
If there's somebody externally that wants to be part of it, then they can stand up and say so, but we can't just keep waiting
Yeah.
for the masses to show up. Because they're not.
well, they showed up,
That wasn't a
Yeah.
marketing meeting, like that was a BIA update meeting. So it was a little bit misleading. Because it was just a general BIA update, State of the Union meeting.
the intention was to reform a marketing committee, and what we got was people that want to.
They wanna help
be
with
involved
one
in
event.
events,
Exactly,
yeah.
and that's why a marketing committee has to be focused, has to understand the budget and make decisions,
Yeah,
so,
So we're good now.
yes.
We've got
very
it
good
pretty
now.
excellent. Sarah, are you joining our marketing committee?
I think they'll just.
Oh, I wish.
Because you have to be careful that you're not the same BIA committee, right? Because
well,
you could
that's,
be,
I know, and
you-
that's what happened.
because you
last
could be
year.
making BIA decisions that are outside of the public forum. So I would suggest you just have the 3 of you, and then you kind of, but then you don't have quorum, you're just a subcommittee. And then you could touch base with the event coordinators for each of the events.
Well, that's
would be-
exactly what we did last year. And all of last year, because we didn't have a marketing, there was one, it all fell apart. And I would like to see others come in, so that when we don't look, the Board of Management and the marketing committee are not one and the same.
Why don't you formalize your subcommittee as the 3 of you, and then you could invite people to attend.
When you say the 3 of us, are you looking at this side of
Yes,
the table? and
yes.
Brian?
Well, because you can't have
Yeah.
quorum. So you can't have quorum if, like, all of council technically isn't supposed to meet and have a subcommittee. Right? Like it's
So what's 4? 4 or 3?
4,
4.
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, just go with the 3.
That's me.
Oh, we like you, Brian. Exclude you?
It doesn't mean anything. Everybody likes Ryan.
So,
Thank you.
so we've just formed a subcommittee.
Yeah, so a motion to approve the 3 of you as a marketing subcommittee.
I move it.
Yeah.
Can
I'll second it, quick.
I suggest that it just be the 2? And the chair is, what do you call that, an ad hoc, it's of every committee, of every subcommittee, the chair.
Yes, that's typical.
Unless you want to do you 3. And not Kathy.
Let's just make it 3, and if you want out, stay out, I'll go in,
Yeah,
whatever. Just need it to
I-
happen.
I
yeah,
would like
yeah.
to show up at every one of these meetings, and I try to, without being part, I think I should not be the subcommittee.
Okay, so the
So
subcommittee
maybe
would be
Ryan.
Pam, Justin, and Ryan.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Basically.
Sarah, you still make that motion to accept that and seconded? Ryan?
I'll make the motion.
Good.
Okay.
All right. And the subcommittee can be expanded upon with other members of BIA.
And you guys will, the subcommittee will review the moving media proposal and make a decision as to whether or not you would fund it under the existing marketing budget. If you feel like you're gonna go past that, then you have to come back to the BIA Board of Management, make a request and have a formal proposal. Yeah. So you can
You
publish
can
it on
operate
the
in the
agenda.
budget, but
Yeah.
with the budget, you gotta ask.
Which is.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That's done.
All right, now the grapevine. Um,
I'll take the warmth.
So an email went out. And so far, I think there's only one business that is willing to pay $4.85 for an ad. But there are other businesses that are maybes. And but I don't think there is, quite honestly, there's not enough the short notice buy-in with the individual businesses for us to subsidize. So we don't have to do anything except possibly put an ad in for the BIA if we wanted to buy an ad for $4.85, or we could do it for ladies' night. I mean, girls' night out, which I think would be worthwhile. Does everybody understand the email that went out, first of all?
Mhm. My position on that would be,
Marketing committee,
well, it's gotta be a marketing committee meeting decision, but it's not gonna happen by tomorrow.
Mhm.
So I think you've missed this cycle of the magazine, but I think putting the magazine into the marketing committee's radar for whatever the next publication is, might make sense.
Well,
And it's seasonal. So.
yeah, I think it's now or never.
Then I think it's never,
Mhm.
Okay.
like, I don't think we could get anything
You
together.
haven't really had an opportunity to formally present it to your membership in the public forum, right? So.
I think if it came,
Well-
if we'd seen this a month ago, we probably could have done
It's
Yeah.
something.
going to happen anyway, because Fourth Line is there and has already taken out a half-page ad.
Mhm.
And they're getting editorial for that, a full page of editorial. And I believe that our MP and our MPP are interested in helping our downtown by, I know that Grapevine has reached out to them, and I'm not sure that they're doing ads, but other MPs in other areas have done so. And I know that Jamie Schmale's office responded immediately. So I think it's going to happen regardless, but it'll just show the one or
Fourth
two
line.
business, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Fourth Line, movies, and whoever the maybes are.
So you can
And-
make it, maybe ask them if it's a quarterly or a seasonal that they.
It's a
forward-
quarterly.
Yeah.
Well, so maybe consider it for next quarter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Could consider it for next quarter, but there's no way.
You
we
can't
get
make it for this quarter, so maybe. And put it on the agenda.
It's
for-
too bad it came such a late notice.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, the
yep.
notice was very late.
Mhm. Yeah.
They originally, Michelle talked to Pam, I think, distributed
Yeah,
magazine
she
there.
dropped some off. I said, okay.
Yeah,
How do you get into it?
Yeah.
I didn't ask because quite frankly, I had other things I was doing.
Yeah,
I've had them in the shop since.
but if they come out in the fall, you could look at it for the fall event.
Yeah, they
and for
call them
Christmas in the
spring,
village.
summer, fall, winter.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right, so
yeah.
maybe we just need the publication deadlines and
yeah, anyway, I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna look something like that. And we're not spending, as a BIA, we're not spending any money on it, and we choose not to.
Sounds
But,
even better.
But it's gonna happen anyway, because Fourth Line Theater is in there.
Mhm.
And they wanna do a feature on Millbrook, so it won't be talking about as many businesses as we would like. But, I think there's already enough buy-in, even though it's not as much as I would like, that it's going to happen. So I think we're saying that we don't have enough time to take this to the marketing committee or to the event committee for Girls' Night Out to buy an ad. So we're not spending any money on it, but it's gonna happen anyway.
But as a marketing committee, we can look at this for future.
Right.
Yeah,
When's the next
It'd
publication?
be fall.
Yeah.
Fall festival.
If we could ask her for a publication schedule, then you can find.
it's in the, that's in here.
Okay, so when is the next one?
Yeah.
I think it's in there.
It might be.
Yeah, okay, so fall is August 4th.
So my suggestion would be, why don't you take that, review it at the marketing committee level? If it's something that can come out of your existing budget, then you could look to do it for the fall. If it's something that you need to increase your budget, bring it to your June
Yeah.
meeting and.
Or we could take it to the fall festival committee. That's where we have all the people that wanna be involved.
Yeah, my point
Yeah.
is if you're expanding upon your budget, you need to bring it to this committee and it has to be circulated as part of the public agenda.
Right.
If you're changing your budget,
If it's contained within marketing,
Correct.
then it's, all.
you can deal with it at the marketing committee level.
Yeah, so I think it's fine, like, I think, as a marketing committee, we look at, what do or do we not wanna do for August 4th?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
No
Thank you.
offense.
Just
So, we don't need to have a, further motion to accept the reports, or yes,
Yeah, we gotta
we need
receive-
a motion to receive reports under,
10.2,
making that motion, Ryan?
sure.
Okay,
Is it my turn?
now moving on to events, I think it is next.
I don't have a report pulled up, but.
All right.
Uh,
The Easter event
Pam, so,
is first up, and that is published on our agenda. And
nice synopsis.
lovely, thank you, Pam.
I took Kim's beautiful Christmas report,
Yeah.
I just copied and pasted, my
Perfect.
formatting's
Yeah.
not as pretty, but, and I
And-
tried to change as
and it
best as I
does-
could.
Give the financial summary in there as well. And, I think the whole point of doing this, I mean, there's a lot of good value that comes out of it, but Pam doesn't have to read through it because it's all there in writing.
No, it's good, it's good for reference to go back to.
Trying to get to the financial.
Sorry. It was long, I copied.
Yeah, we're all speed reading. I read through it completely, and hopefully we all have, it'll be, it's already posted on the agenda, and it'll be posted with the minutes. We can review it again anytime we want.
Well done, Pam.
Okay.
Thank you. My
Motion to,
first report of this type.
motion to receive the report.
Happy to make that.
So we're gonna receive these reports individually, okay. So then.
We need a seconder.
I'll
Oh,
second.
I guess you-
Yep.
Colin, and. So the Lions Fishing Derby.
was a rainy day, so.
On behalf of the Lions, thank you for the $200. That was spent and more on prizes. Which were our famous fish cream cones.
I can't stop thinking, little boys came in and he wanted the ice cream cone with fish in it. Thankfully, I have fish candies I stick on, he was so, this is what just this, like, it's an ice cream cone. This, it was just because it's a fish, and he seemed to think he was getting a fish in an ice cream cone, like, it just was funny. He was happier with the ice cream, but it was.
So it was 100 of those prizes given out.
Yeah, we got a good number.
They're coming back in.
Oh, yeah. They didn't come back so much that day because it was
No,
raining.
it rained. They
But-
rained throughout the day,
The next day they started coming.
but there was still, it was 188 kids that registered, and it was a fun day in spite of the rain. And Millie was caught in the first half hour. And a few other of the tagged fish were caught, and donations just suddenly came in. Nexicom was the most generous, thank you, Nexicom. And so where we thought we would be short funds, we actually had extra, and that's why we were able to buy the fish cream cones. And that's all I have to say about that. It's gonna be probably the most popular event going forward for kids, and especially if the sun shines one of these times. We're looking at forward a week next year because we're sick of Mother Nature raining on us, and we think that maybe it'll be better put forward a week weather-wise, and also we're not in competition with the Derby in Peterborough. Anyway, this was a Lions event, it wasn't ours, so there isn't anything really to say other than what I've already said.
Thank you.
I'm not submitting a written report here. Do we need to receive that?
No, I
No,
think
good, thanks.
in
All right.
hindsight, you can probably just do a
Yeah, not a
motion for
written-
all of the.
Yeah, not a written
Yeah,
report,
my
so
apologies.
everything's something.
Yeah.
Okay. Girls' night out.
All right, so we've started campaigning for vendors. I don't know if everybody's seen the requests, hopefully.
I did.
I don't know, Pam, if you have connections in other
I've seen
groups?
it, however, when I went looking to show my husband last night, I had a very hard time finding it, because it wasn't in the hoopla that I could find.
Didn't post to the Hoopla.
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Can we get can somebody post at the Hoopla or Hoopla posting? That's-
Nobody officially,
Wow,
but I can find it and post it.
it's on the BIA one for sure. And then I think you said you had other little,
I will take a look and see where I can post, yeah.
yeah, let's get it out there as wide as we possibly can.
We did share it on the township.
Notice that. Has anybody responded?
We have two,
Mhm.
two vendors that have signed up, so as a result of the post, yeah.
We have about 4 or 5 others that we know are gonna come. We haven't signed them up yet, so we gotta get those guys. And then
So when I read your email, thank you, Bridget, when the post was created. And my understanding is that there's some method for payment now, did you mention?
Yeah, so we
Sway or-
do, yeah, so I worked with the finance department.
Yeah.
They have an online payment system that we can utilize.
Yeah.
For vendor registration.
That's.
So that'll be
yeah.
something we can use going forward.
For the fall festival,
Fall
yeah.
festival and for Christmas in the Village, should you wish to have paid vendors. It only accepts Visa, so we don't have a mechanism for anybody who wants to pay cash or by debit.
Or
That would
e-transfer.
be, or e-transfer.
You said Visa, do you mean credit cards or just Visa?
Credit
Not, okay.
Yeah. So that we would have to.
Make other arrangements.
Yeah,
Anybody willing to pay with a credit card, we can handle it real quick.
Okay. And so I only did this last night. I clicked on the application and I didn't see where you make payment there. So is it, you
so
make
you
your
go through the
and then
application,
pay after?
yeah, so I created a registration form on the website, so
Saw that.
you would click, you would fill out the registration form, it does require that you upload a certificate of insurance.
For 2 million, I noticed.
Yes.
So is it reduced from the 5 million?
Yeah, so, I think they will accept the 2 million, for vendors. So they have to upload a copy of their certificate of insurance. If there's any type of, like a food truck or something like that, that has, like, that's driven from here to there, they have to upload a copy of their automobile insurance. I don't imagine you'll have too
I
many of
noticed
those,
that.
but we'll deal with that if they come along. And then they have to, certify that their
their
tent
fire-
is
okay.
up to
Yeah.
fire code.
Yeah,
When they complete the application, the secondary page that comes up that acknowledges the application is complete, takes them to the payment page. So,
I
if
didn't go
you,
that far.
no, you wouldn't have gone that
Yeah.
far. So if you, once you get through the application, there's a page that comes up and says, thank you, and now you can proceed to payment. And then they would proceed, and it worked well. So we've had two,
Yeah.
so it's worked well.
So our own members, should they wish to set up on the street? Is it the committee's policy to give them half price, full price, or what's,
I don't think we charge members to go on the street ever,
yeah,
right? So there's no cost for a member to be on the street.
If they go
But they still
on the
have to-
street,
sure.
yeah, they still have to go, if it's part of their regular business practice that they're on the sidewalk, right? Or they're doing any type of retailing on the sidewalk, similar to like what Home Hardware does. Then they're covered by their own insurance, but if they do something different, like they would go out on the street, or if they
well,
actually were physically on the street as opposed to
As-
sidewalk, they would have to provide a certificate of
well,
insurance.
of course, they have to do the certificate, but are they paying?
No.
The answer is
No,
no.
usually you don't. Yeah.
Okay, so should we put it out to the membership that should they want a booth?
That doesn't hurt. Sure. Yes,
It looks good if you have more vendors out there,
absolutely.
just because it fills up the space. You got a huge space.
So would a member be required to fill out the application? Is that how you would receive the COI and the
If they're
certification?
taking a booth on the street, I would say yes, but the only challenge is that they would be directed to pay, in which case you're not, right?
That's, so how are we handling that?
We'll have to sort that out.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm not asking just for the sake of Girls' Night Out, but Fall Festival, which is, and eventually Christmas in the village.
Sure.
So that's something maybe,
No, we can figure out an alternative route.
is that
Yeah.
a sub, marketing committee something to talk about?
I think it's
or
for
how-
your event subcommittee.
So for each of the events, we can decide whether or not a member should pay?
I think we have a pretty straight, vendors don't pay.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
I'm
a pretty
Merchants don't
Yeah.
pay.
standard,
Yeah.
it's our
Yeah.
standard
Yeah.
policy,
yeah,
but how to handle it might change.
And where they're gonna go. Yeah.
Sarah,
like-
are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, not seriously.
I heard Sarah.
Sorry.
Did we have, at Girls' Night Out in 2024, did we have any members on the street?
I think you had Nexicom, didn't you?
I think they just go in front of their building.
I thought they were on the
Stacy
sidewalk.
opens up onto her sidewalk as usual.
But she might have had a booth on the street.
Anyway, we'll handle how to get their insurance, make sure they have it,
Mhm.
and there's no cost.
But who are we right now? Is it?
Me, I'm
For-
the event,
You and,
Yes.
you and.
Yeah.
Wendy.
Wendy,
Okay,
and I'm his
okay.
staff
Yeah.
helper.
You recruited.
Yes.
Which I think what we decided is that in terms of the vendor registration, I would help with that. Because it's our requirements that we're asking you to adhere to. So it's easier for us to explain them if somebody has a question
Mhm.
and to set up the form for registration. So if that eases your,
And
Yeah,
taking
so we-
payment, that's
Yeah.
a huge help. because-
Yeah.
And now
Now we
moving
need
forward,
that.
we have a system, which is great.
Now we have a
Correct.
system, now we need vendors.
Okay.
Has it been considered to go to other local-ish or events around where there are vendors and just say, hey, whether it's a, piece of paper, half piece of paper, whatever, hey, here's the events we're having, Ladies Night, Fall Festival, Christmas. If you're interested in being a vendor for any of these.
it's a great idea.
Yeah, I thought, didn't your first post say, wasn't it like a general vendor call?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
and now we're specific about this one, if I recall,
Specific.
about ladies' night or girls' night.
Oh,
But you put
no,
a-
the vendor call was specifically
But
for
it was just
ladies' night.
specific,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, specifically.
I
for
just
ladies' night.
wonder something like that to help get the word out.
Yeah,
Even if
for
it
sure.
doesn't help Ladies Night because it's coming closer, but in general.
Right,
a
and that to me
Vendor here.
goes back to our marketing committee is like, let's get,
Okay.
once upon a time, even our little bookmarks, like something we can hand out that says.
Yeah,
That says, these are the days, these are the events, always looking for vendors.
yeah.
Mhm.
Whether we're not, there, I don't think Christmas in the Village is formed yet, but
Mhm.
we still start getting the word out there that, vendors are required. Plant the seeds now, 7 impressions.
Yeah, you could kind of come up as a marketing committee, you can come up with a marketing schedule to appeal to vendors and the timing, right? So right now, we're focused on ladies' night, but you could also put a schedule together to put some posts and stuff out for fall event, Christmas in the Village. Right,
As a marketing committee, we can get it ahead of all of the
Right.
events.
Yeah.
So it's not, the event coordinators don't have to focus so much on the vendor recruitment because it's already part of the process. We're always behind the 8 ball. We need to get in front of it.
And it may take a few,
It will.
Try
It's not
to
gonna
get-
happen instantly.
Ladies Night may not be as big as we'd want, but.
It will.
we keep. Well, I'd like 100 vendors out in the street, and I don't know if we're gonna have 100.
I don't think
102.
you can- I
Let's
don't-
go.
Okay, then let's go.
so I don't think you could accommodate, they are 12 by 12 booths, so I think
There's a Nelly over here.
yeah, I know, but in previous years, I think you kind of maxed out at around 75.
Okay, 7, whatever.
One.
I do.
Yeah,
I have only been.
feel your
2.5
enthusiasm,
years,
yeah.
And there have not been that many vendors, even the first ladies' night, where I was told, there's always a ton of people, and I came, and it's not that our business didn't do well, it's just. There wasn't that many vendors in the street.
Previous, yeah, I think when
Yeah,
I,
we're relaunching, rebranding.
yeah,
Let's
You
go.
know, what I wanna see is a whole street of
Me too.
people.
Me too.
It just might take a little bit of time to get there.
Yeah, we just need to get word out there that we need vendors. Every channel possible.
And the insurance, they need to have insurance.
That's, yeah.
that's part of the registration
Part of the-
process,
It's
yeah.
pretty standard at a lot of events, but it's just.
Is it like they could just go online and then purchase the insurance?
If they have business insurance, they should be able to contact their provider and have them provide a certificate of insurance. I think there are mechanisms available for them
Yeah,
to
the problem
purchase.
is there's 2 companies and one of them has said that as of November, they're not providing that type of insurance anymore.
Yeah,
For single day
Yeah.
events. So you're going down to one company that sort of provides it.
yeah.
monopolies also.
Yeah, but I think if they have business insurance, they should be able to get a certificate of insurance.
So if they're selling like plants on the street, they still need insurance.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody needs insurance. Yeah, regardless,
Right, yeah.
across the board.
Mm.
Joys of the times.
All right, there's nothing in stone yet regarding entertainment or whether there's going to be alcohol involved. Nothing,
Not in stone. I mean, the working
Yeah.
plan is that we set up like a lounge.
yeah,
So we'll have like a lounge type DJ along with kind of comfortable seating and more of a lounge experience.
so given the budget, are you looking at expanding it? I guess it depends on how many vendors
It
come in.
depends on how many
Yeah,
vendors.
Yeah, so it's, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, let's move on to Fall Festival. So there was a meeting at the Mercantile. I can't tell you when that was, it doesn't matter. It was a couple of weeks ago, and it was Lance and myself and Nicole Turco. And we know there's other people that would like to be on the committee. We actually probably need to keep it small to get it going, and then these other folks will be delegated to do specific things. But what we decided was, this was Lance's suggestion, to change the name to Harvest Festival. And to make this more of an agricultural event, which I love that idea. Primarily because looking to the future, if we are applying for funds from higher levels of government, the province and the federal government, we're more likely to win a grant if we're promoting agriculture. And our roots are in agriculture, so we want to call it Harvest Festival. And we talked about the kids' entertainment aspect, and there were lots of ideas put forth there. No bouncy castles, too much liability, and takes up too much room on the street, noisy. Yes, we want vendors. We feel like we want them to be of an agricultural nature, and that we can absolutely use the application,
Mhm.
but we'd like to screen them a little bit too.
Yeah,
and
so,
One issue with if they have to pay at the time they apply, then can we give their money back? But that's a discussion for a later time. It's, I do think that Lance's intention was to go to folks he already knows and recruit them. We've got lots of time for this. Then I think we will be having another meeting with Chad from Dusk to Dawn to incorporate the beer tent. We talked about having a wine, Lance was going to take care of that, but one vineyard appear. We're not going to be selling our own. We would have these local, craft brewery and a vineyard. We have to go to Prince Edward County for that likely. Anyway, Lance is taking that one on, and it could be cider, but we're not looking to have anything other than locally produced products. And we talked about incorporating aspects of the Zucchini Festival. We'll try to do that. In other words, can't do the slingshot or the boat races or whatever the kids' activities were, but, you know, maybe the zucchini baking or aspects of the zucchini festival to be brought into it so that going forward in another year, it might be a 2-day event and attract government grants.
We talked to the zucchini festival people.
I have not yet, no. I mean, they kind of fell apart, so. I think Lance was going to talk to, Bill Slavin. But, no, we haven't, I'm not aware of that. We were waiting to have another meeting involving Chad and, we've yet to figure out a time that we can all get together. This is the problem with all of these meetings is nailing down a time when we're all so busy where we can all actually be in the same place at the same time. So there'll be another meeting and a further report. So the main thing is, it's gonna be called Harvest Festival, not Fall Festival.
Great. Sounds like a good shift. It's gonna help.
The only thing is, we hesitated for calling it the fall or the harvest festival, because we always have the harvest table dinner. So there was always a conflict.
But
between
he said there wasn't going to be one this year.
This year,
Yeah,
right, but we do it every other year. So as long as,
I didn't realize that, yeah.
right, that's why we didn't change the fall festival or harvest festival last time,
I know.
so. As long as you can differentiate.
What time of year I know it's fall.
The fall.
Like,
September,
it's September, okay.
usually
Thanks.
the second or third week in September. This would be the year to do it, but it is an election year, so.
When's elections happen? I have no idea.
Oh,
The other thing is that everybody, when it's called Fall Festival, people call it Fall Fair. They think it's a fair, and it's not. We have a spring fair, not a fall fair. And,
I get it, it's just, this is a deja vu conversation.
yeah, anyway,
So it's called Harvest.
Table dinner.
Yeah, harvest table,
Oh, okay.
which is usually around the same time.
anyway, that was the decision that we made, the one and only firm decision, and no bouncing.
Was to rename it to the thing we decided not to rename it to.
Funny.
That was the previous year. You can talk to Lance about that.
Not my circus,
Okay,
I'm out of that one.
okay.
Get your spook on?
Get your spoon.
I agreed to take that on.
Progress.
Okay, so,
Progressing on the spot. Although there was somebody who reached out and Kathy did, who had some sort of suggestion. Kathy passed that on to me. There's no report at this point for get your stuff done.
so, as of our next meeting, you'll speak to Get Your Spook On?
If you'd like.
Okay. As of right now, there's nothing to say about it.
There
We're
is.
just gonna keep it down.
With you, come on, slacker.
Okay. So the,
Let's talk girls' night out. Do we go back? No.
Christmas
Go
in the
ahead.
village.
Christmas in the Village, we still don't have a coordinator for that,
We need to-
and nor do we have one of us on the board to speak to it.
I thought Wendy was putting her hand up for that one, so.
In our February meeting where we were, Wendy did say she wanted to,
Yeah, she did.
but, you know, maybe she has her hands
Let's,
full with
let's see what happens with
With
girls'
girls'
night out,
yeah.
and see what
You
happens.
do need
Yeah.
somebody from this committee.
Yeah,
to do it,
To
yeah.
speak to it on her behalf, yeah. So, we're leaving them on there so that we don't
Lose track.
lose them, yeah, but, for now, we can say get your spook on. Pam will do future reports on that, and it'll just say all for Christmas in the village until we get past Girls' Night Out. Website updates, I intended Kim to speak to that because she and Bridget worked on it. I don't know that you got involved.
Yeah.
I can get involved a little bit.
Yeah, so we met at Fourth Line and we went through
Yeah.
the updates, so we updated the site.
Yeah,
As things come along, we just ask that you send it to us and keep the
Refresh.
yeah, keep things fresh.
okay. So the business directory for the township,
Mhm.
is that linked in now to?
So there is a business directory on the site.
Yeah,
And it will include all businesses. I think I've put all of the BIA businesses. I'm just working through putting logos and details, hours of operation and stuff like that, but it takes time to kind of do that. And we can link it absolutely from the BIA page. I can't say for sure whether it is already linked, but we can definitely do that.
I haven't checked recently. It was probably 2 weeks ago. It was right after the updates were made. And I clicked on the business directory within the BIA page of the website. And it was empty there. So
So you do have to
yeah.
kind of scroll down a little bit to see, because the listings, there's a bit of a space, so I have to work with GovStack to remove that space, but if
Yeah.
you click on the business directory and
You have to
it's-
scroll down.
Yeah, you have to scroll down, and you'll see
It's
this.
just a matter of
Yeah,
removing the
yeah.
space.
Yeah,
So going forward, I would like to see somebody, and I don't know if Pam volunteered for this, to keep track of our members. And
So it was something I was gonna discuss with you,
yeah,
email us, so we had
yeah,
everybody, it was
so
amalgamating the two.
when, this is just a procedural thing, when we get a new member, or we want to communicate to Bridget to add somebody or update somebody that's already on the directory. Can you hear from Pam on that? Is that?
Yeah.
Like the website is one thing where it's advertising events and talking about our BIA. And you can work with Justin on that as you already have. But when it comes to updating the directory, do you need somebody from the board to communicate? Or are you already?
what are you asking
communicating?
for? Like, are you
Are
asking
you-
to add
so
somebody
the-
to the directory or change a list?
How do members and or businesses across the township let you know to put them on the directory?
They can either send me an email. I think the business directory can self-populate if I'm not mistaken. Is there not an option there
I don't know,
to
just looking.
self-populate? Anyways, they can send it an email to me, or they can send it to Pam and Pam can forward it to me. It's not a problem.
Okay.
So
We do,
businesses can directly, it sounds like can directly.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
Okay.
don't forget, there's lots of businesses outside of BIA that Bridget deals with.
yeah.
Right.
So, and they're part of the whole
Okay.
directory.
so we do have a new member who's in with Revive. And they're called Exo Flowers or
Exo events and florals.
yeah. And originally I didn't understand whether they were like a supplier to that business. But they are a separate business and they just share a staff. The two businesses are sharing a staff. So I think that they need to be formally recognized as a member.
They got a lovely little spot there, if you haven't been in, go in.
It's beautiful.
It's like.
It's in Revive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the front end of it, it's like flower shop, like a mini flower, little gift shop, it's really sweet, I'm so happy I have somebody else I can say, go shop in there.
Mhm.
And I didn't bring their card. I got it from their staffer, but it's Christine and Lindsay? Or
Lindsay, and I don't know the other name, so if it's Christine, it's definitely Lindsay as well, and she
Yeah.
posts on the Hoopla,
Yeah,
I've seen that.
It's just not with Jody.
Yes, Jody and Jody,
so,
every shop gets something done for them.
Pam made me aware of them and they actually they contributed to the Easter event. That's.
Great.
Yeah.
and-
Good. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like to
Perfect.
formally recognize,
Yeah.
and I will eventually reach out to them. I just haven't, it's news to me and I've only just confirmed that they are a member.
Great. We can add them.
Okay,
Jody and her kids come in all the time to my shop.
all right. So,
So you just need a motion to
To-
accept all items under 10.3.
So motioned.
Second,
okay, all in. Correspondence, we have none that I'm aware of. That we haven't already discussed in some way. Should be the grapevine. And, adjournment, need to have a, motion to adjourn at 9:42. Hey, we went over time. I will make okay, Ryan did, thank you, I'll be second. And thank you, everyone.
excellent. Thank you.
Thanks, Bridget.
No problem.